Welcome back, Bedhead Crew. And on today's reaction video, we're coming at it again with another Ran reaction. But today's just came out today. So today's reaction just came out today. So we're trying to get ahead of it and start before the rush comes on. And I'm pretty sure there's already reactions to this. But if you come to my reaction of Ran's Suicide, thank you so much for joining. If you're new, welcome. But I'm excited for this one because Ran has been showing multiple layers of his music that I'm pretty sure that this one's going to be. Animal Flow was a really crazy side of it, and he's showing you all the different layers. The Suicide one sounds very, very intriguing. So let's go and check it out and let's see what it has to offer, and let's analyze it and check out, the artistic details in this. I'm pretty sure it's a masterpiece. So let's come and check it out.
Come get your game on. Let's go. Come get your hang on. Let's go. Who coming through?
Bedhead Crew, I'm excited for this one. We're catching it on the day of release. It says that it was released about 7 hours ago, so not too late. It's already trending number 7. Ran Suicide. I can't wait to check this out. Every song since Hi Ren, to the ones from the old days, or that I've done, man, every song has been amazing. So many layers, artistic on the video, artistic on the visuals and everything. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna be just as good. Ren keeps topping his game on music, just production, everything that's involved. You could tell that he's worked on every inch of detail. So I'm excited to see this. So let's come and watch it together and see how this goes. I'm really excited. All right, here we go. I like the graphics so far.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the nighttime.
This is pretty cool. I like the visuals. It looks like it's done with AI. I know it's probably not. It's just an artistic way of doing things, but a lot of it looks like it could be AI generated. But once again, Ren is hitting you with a lot of stuff that captures the audience right away. The visuals, once again, are pretty sick. So he gives you some eye candy, but then there's one part of the song that he's chanting, "Oh I, oh I, oh I." That part, it's almost like a melody on or a jingle for like a toy. You got to have something that rings in their brain, keeps it present all the time. And the way that this starts off, you can, after you get into it and you get into the beat and feel it, it almost like it stays with you. That's when you know you got a good song, an earworm. And this song has already gotten like all characteristics, and we've only gone into it like a couple of seconds, if not even a minute. But I just wanted to say that he is the master of catching the audience within the first couple of seconds, minutes, or whatever, and then takes you on a ride. Now, he also gives you some eye candy with the videos that he's made, and he's got very masterful at that. But just look at the attention to the details, and then he changes up his rap styles with different cadences and stuff like that to show you that he's able to switch it up there too. That's a pretty cool scene. All this is pretty cool.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the nighttime. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
See, what he's done in this one is that, like, a lot of people, when they would hear the word suicide, it's a very triggering word, but he's done it so artistic in the details that it doesn't sound like a suicide song. He's mixed the word into it, and you can still interpret what you want out of the music. So he's still making it inclusive for a lot of people. You really got to pay attention to what he's talking about. And he's talking about being not fully done and you know what I mean? And it you know, you can go out at any time, you know, suicide. So it's a lot more on a broader detail of what's going on instead of right off the bat, it's triggering word, you know, it's going to be, you know, controversial, and he doesn't do that. He does it very well to still give you a story, still let you understand something that he wants to tell you, but he's also making a very catchy artistic song at the same time. Man, he's really rapping about a lot, and a lot of it is of like not being worthy and
falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh,
very catchy with that chant. And then it's got a 4 on the floor beat, so it's like a heartbeat going on. And it keeps chugging. Stop right there, bud. Oh, that's pretty cool when you can integrate your old videos.
I'm so fucking washed up and
that's pretty cool.
Masochistic kid with a split lip, 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous.
But let me just tell you, he is like an Eminem to me. He's like one of the greatest, you know, rappers, a Jay-Z, a lot of them that are just very skillful with his words. Like that coming in part right here, you got to be a masterful lyricist to just be on point with what you're going to be talking about. And he's so specific and peculiar.
Masochistic kid with a split lip, 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so
useless my mother, can't keep in my supper.
Useless my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor.
Draw through the sword and drive through the armor. You gotta give him props to just writing very like you can interpret it in multiple ways, these lyrics.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
And I love the motion, because you could tell there's a video that he did and then they overlaid it with, I believe, art, which is pretty cool. It reminds me of like Wake in Life and a few other movies. A Scanner Darkly. Ooh.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut, your stomach.
Okay, this is where he takes it to the next level. This is like what in music you would call like a caesura. You take a little break and then you come back different. And oh my God, just seeing him by himself, isolated, he's going to be spitting some fire here. So let's pay attention to what he's going to be doing here. But he seems like he's at wit's end, huffing and puffing. So this looks like he's going to spit some fire right here.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility.
I forgot, like, his friend did commit suicide, so this is kind of like, the way I'm getting this is I didn't forget, but I didn't think that he would tie it back to the suicide that his friend did by jumping off the bridge. But he's speaking to him in a way. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. This is the first time I'm seeing this, but he's like,
take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic cast. The truth is, to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker.
Man, this part right here.
Kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic cast. The truth is, to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Wow. Whoa, man, I got goosebumps through that whole thing. It's like he did a closing letter to his friend and how he feels, and that's crazy. It's just, man, this is the way he gets it off his chest. But that whole first part was like, to me, like, hey, I'm gonna give you the what do you call it? The industry stuff that people want to hear. And then I'm going to give you a part, if you want to watch it at the end, that's going to show my soul, and it's going to show you how I'm feeling. And it's a way that I get to vent and get it off my chest, so I don't do crazy things and don't lash out. My lashing out is creating this music. That, man, he has a way of, oh man, I gotta hear that last part one more time, and let's do this in memory of all the people that have committed suicide, and just know that if you're going through a bad time or anything, just reach out. I'm gonna be putting the suicide hotline in the info section, just so that you know it's there, just like Ren did, because a lot of people on the outside looking in look like they're doing fine, but they really don't. And the best way to really understand is, even though people look like they got everything going on, they're just like you. There's something in their world that is just not going right. And it's a different variations for different people that consider what is, a lot to take and what is not a lot to take. Everybody's got their plate full in their own way. So we always got to be mindful. And like the saying says, just be kind, right? It's as simple as don't be an ass. Like it might be that blunt, but we're all human beings. We're all here in this thing that they call life. We're all trying to coincide. We're all trying to work together. And what's better way than be in harmony? Disharmony means that you're working against each other. And to me, that's like using too much energy in the wrong way. We can utilize it to make art like he did. We can utilize those energies like my dad always used to tell me. He goes, you're using a lot of your energy in the wrong place. And that's why you get in these bad predicaments, because you're not using it right. But if you can hone that energy and really use it for what it's worth, you could do a lot of things. So like for Ren, he took a lot of his bad energy from a lot of his life experiences, his diagnosis and stuff like that, and he could have just sat there and done nothing like a lot of people would, but he's fueled the fire that's gotten him to places that are remarkable, and he's doing it all on his own. And he's just really connecting with the people, connecting with the I just haven't really ever seen it, with the influencers that do reactions and really going about it in a different way. But I think when you're coming to branding, a personal connection is better than having hundreds of millions of people that just want to see you do bad, do great, do everything, right? You want to have more of those more loyal people that watched him do the reactions. Like somebody made a comment on my last video. Oh, the OG Ren reactor is back on making a animal flow. Man, when I heard that comment, I was like, wow, somebody recognizes me as an OG Ren reactor. That's how much you touch people with your content and your life. And you don't know how many people are affected with you. So, like I said, just be kind and be there for somebody. And I know it sounds crazy, but I believe in the fake it till you make it. You might not be in the right mind space. You might not be in the right thing. But if you set out to do positive things would come, even though you're not feeling in a positive mood. It will slowly kick in that you will see something great and you'll make it out. And I always believe in this. And I said it in another, and Reverend Jesse Jackson made this quote, and there's a lot of like other ones that are similar to it, but it goes, it's okay to be down. Just remember, you're the only one that can pick yourself back up. Nobody can talk you back into it. Nobody can make you feel a certain way. You're going to have to make it back, right? Like one person said, oh man, I lost my father and it was like the craziest experience and it made me go, say psychotic, and I really lost myself. And he goes, the psychiatrist told me, like, it's okay to lose yourself, but just find your way back. You know what I mean? You still got a lot of things to achieve. You still got a lot of lives to touch. You still got a lot of, people to be a part of their lives and just be a part of society. You got a lot going for you, even though you might not see it. So with that being said, let's watch this last part once again. And man, I really want to hear it one more time, but it's so personal, and I'm pretty glad that we got a person like this that's able to touch into these raw feelings, because everybody can relate to what he's saying here. But he's saying it so detailed and descriptive that it's a way of closure is what I'm getting from it, are multiple steps of closure of like getting over it, even though time, time really does heal all wounds, but sometimes it takes long to really mend it fully. But I don't think it ever does get fully mended. So let's check this out.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped.
So much pain in these words.
Sometimes, vividly, what it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plastic cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that angle. All I
The day
find
you
is missing
jumped,
you,
my
but I
childhood
miss
jumped too.
with all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying.
Man,
Holding you
reliving
up,
it, but in a different way.
Not the way that it worked, 'cause I was late like
In
a
your
drug.
mind.
There's not a day where I could find a way to
What
break
could
your
have been.
heart. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hers. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Wow. Shout out to Ren for just exposing himself in such a vulnerable way. That is just pure art, pure spoken word. There's just so many layers of what Ren's able to do here. He's transcending music and making connections with people, because whether he knows it or not, he's sharing personal experiences in such an intimate way in these songs that he's probably reaching out to somebody without really talking to them that feels the same way and goes, you know what? I'm not the only one going through this. And I'm a person that I believe in where there's one, there's many. So the odds of you being the only one, there's always similarities out there. So we just got to relate. And when we know we're not alone, it makes us feel more understanding in our situations. And then if we open up to those people, then we can find ways that get us out of a rut or get us out of a bad feeling and stuff like that, because there's a lot of it that comes with the environment, and in that environment is your peers, and your peers really do mold your mental. You do need to have some type of interaction with friends outside of family, and you have to have it to be what I would consider healthy, right? You don't want to be a person that really doesn't know how to communicate other than text or phone, which is really leading to these days. You got to have some type of, and a lot of the younger generation doesn't know this, you have to have a lot of discomfort because you learn through the discomfort, right? You don't go away from it, you go towards adversity. And when you overcome it, it's like a new badge or a new layer to you. You know how to engage it when it happens again. There's a lot of those similarities and a lot of things, and like in a lot of things it's saying, you got to use your coping skills, or you got to use what works to not ruminate and overthink things and think of the bad, because there's a lot of things that are just out of our control that we believe we have control. And if, we really can't do anything about them, we just got to, like they say, the saying says, you leave it in God's hands, but you really don't, because that's kind of like, hey, I'm just giving up here. But you kind of know that you can't control those things. And if you did the right things building up to it, you should have the right, whatever comes from it. But there's always chance bad things happen, and never get into the poor me, because you're never going to get anywhere from there. You just move on and learn from it, and you just keep building, becoming a better person and stuff like that. So I really like this music that Ren makes that has these multiple layers, that gets these discussions going and stuff like that. So if you made it this far, just let me know in the comments how you like this reaction, how you like this song. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feelings. I really feel connected when I make these videos. And like one person said, it feels like, you know, you're just talking to a friend through the video. And that's what I do when I start going on these different talks, is I feel connected. And when I really read the messages in the comment section and stuff like that, I feel the connection on how the person rides the words, and I really try to make a thoughtful response, whether it's, you know, small or something. I try to make it personalized because I think that makes that connection grow better. And there's a lot of people that I see coming back in the comments and that are just really there for us content creators, and really just like to see our content. So if you made it this far, let me know, hey, I made it. Say something in the comments that let me know. It will really help me out, and I won't make these that long, but I really feel a lot that I have to speak about and go over, because it might help somebody out on how they're feeling. But I haven't lived a long life, just a very eventful, experienceful life, and I'm still learning. So if you like the content, it really does help if you like and subscribe. And you know, watch any of my other videos. I've done a lot of random content and stuff like that. And thank you everybody that's been with me on this journey. Let's continue to make some great reaction videos and try a few other things out. So thank you so much, Bedhead crew, and I'll catch you on the next reaction.